On the 14th of February 2017, I was born via cesarean. Also, For Honor came out. A Ubisoft game that's good in current year. What is it, 2013? Holy shit. These days Ubisoft aren't really doing so good. But hey, they made a good combat system and anyone who tried to copy it failed, so there's that. If I had 1,000 steel for every time Ubisoft released a multiplayer game that did good initially, but then fell off hard, only leaving a niche die-hard fanbase with only small resurgences every now and then over the course of 10 years, I'd have 2,000 steel. And I wouldn't be able to afford shit. I got the game about a month after it came out, and I fell in love with it. I played it on and off for about a year and a half, stopped playing around when Yorm came out, but I've now returned after a 6-year hiatus. I was around when the game's balance was, interesting. I can still hear them. I can hear them in my dreams. Alright, let's get back to it. Don't question it. Huh.
Are you sick and tired of Virtuosa dodging everything you throw at her? Yeah? Well, say goodbye to your problems with our all-new catapult!
Alright, okay, we're good. So why do people play this game? Uniqueness, fashion, addiction? Well, yeah, but mostly. Because it's fun. There's no other game quite like it. Finally, a game where I can kill Icelandics and not feel bad about it. The game's mechanics are simple but have depth, which I'll talk about later. Sure, there are confirmed ganks and bugs and stupid characters and bad teammates who keep feeding revenge. Oh my god, let me fucking fight him! But at its core, this game is amazing. In what other game can you play an honourable medieval European knight, a crazed Viking warrior, a fat Japanese man, a stupid fucking monkey, a pirate, an Aztec, a Persian, Is that Saint 14? There's 30-ish characters and each of them are completely unique. Each with different movesets, animations, executions, emotes, signatures, armor sets, icons, armor materials, and okay, let's be honest, fashion is the true endgame here. So how do you play this game? Ubisoft scholars have pondered this question for generations and have yet to bestow this knowledge upon us. So I will. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's a lot. Also, side note, there's going to be a lot of it's different per hero. Make sure to look at the moveset. Also, I'll link a website in the description called For Honor Info Hub. It has everything. You want to know how fast the move is, you want to know how much damage it does, you want to know the shoe size of Virtuosa. I'm going to assume you did the tutorial, or at least the first part where they teach you how to lock on and block, but in short, your guard has 3 directions, left, right and top. Your guard can only be active in one direction at a time. You attack and block in that direction, although some attacks come from a set direction. Attack damage and speed depends on the direction of the attack, but in general, top heavies are the slowest but hardest hitting. Right? Cool. Okay, so offense. Light attacks, they're fast but weak. Heavy attacks, slow but strong. Zone attacks, wide and are different per hero. They're done by pressing light and heavy at the same time. You can do these 3 types of attacks together to make a chain, like light, light, heavy, or heavy, light, zone. Again, look at the move list, it's different per hero. Running attacks, done by sprinting while unlocked and pressing light or heavy. Again, different per hero. Dodge attacks, either light or heavy while dodging forward or sideways. Again, per hero. Burp attacks. Guard break. It opens your opponent up for an attack. You can either throw them by holding a direction and pressing guard break again, or get a side heavy. Or if you throw them into a wall, you get a top heavy. Are you writing this down? Are you writing this down? Keep up, we're not done yet. The Fainting, cancel an attack before it hits, done by pressing circle after you attack. Can only be done for heavies and multi-hit zones. Unblockables, they can't be blocked. They're orange, you need to dodge or parry them. We'll get to it later. Undodgeables, they can't be dodged. They're blue, you need to block or parry them. Bashes, they're a kick, a punch, a stab, whatever. They're done in different ways, usually by dodging forward and pressing guard break, or by pressing guard break during a chain. Once you land a bash, it guarantees a light attack. Charge attacks, hold heavy or bash. If it's a bash, it guarantees a heavy. Enhanced lights, light attacks bounce when blocked. Now they don't. All of these things cost stamina. It's that green bar underneath your health. Stamina regens over time, but if you run out, your screen will go grey, your attacks will become slower, you'll become slower overall, you can't faint, and if you get parried or thrown, you'll get knocked down. However, if you get attacked while knocked down, you'll get back up again and have full stamina. Wow, that was a lot. Oh, you think we're done? Defense. Blocking, it stops an attack. However, if it's a heavy attack, they can continue to chain and you'll take chip damage, but don't worry, you can't die from it. Dodging, you move out of the way. Counter guard breaking, if someone tries to guard break you, press guard break as they're doing it and you'll push them off. However, you can't counter guard break while dodging or during the startup of an attack, so be careful. Parrying, see, I told you. Stops an attack outright and lets you get a punish off. Press heavy attack in the direction of the attack as it's about to hit you. The indicator will flash red. If you parry a heavy attack or a zone, you get a guaranteed light, and if you parry a light, you get a guaranteed heavy. Deflecting, it's like parrying but you dodge into the attack. The punish for deflecting is different per hero. Crushing counters, it's parrying but with a light attack. All guard, you hunker down with a shield and block from all sides. If you block an attack, you usually get a counter attack, however you cannot counter guard break while you're in this. This is done by heroes with shields by holding down on the right stick. Anyway, here's a bunch of other random shit you need to know. Hyper armor, when you attack you flinch, with hyper armor you don't. Superior block. Heavy attacks now bounce on your blocks. Damage over time, it's usually bleeding or fire, you will die slowly unless you heal. Revenge. In a fight when you're outnumbered, you build revenge when attacked. When it's full, you can activate it. During the activation, anyone who tries to attack you gets knocked down. You get a full health shield, infinite stamina, can't be interrupted on most attacks, and whenever you parry or throw someone, they get knocked down. Feats. This is only in the 4v4 game modes, they're basically perks you unlock throughout the course of the match. Stuff like reviving faster, or healing when you block, or dropping a fucking bomb on them. Okay, I think that's everything. Maybe. You can see why people get filtered. Okay, that was a lot. Let's take a break. One thing you should know is that each hero is divided into a class. They used to matter, but not anymore. All you need to know is that vanguards are easy to learn and are all-rounders. Heavies have a lot of health and hit really hard, but have little to no mobility. Assassins have low health and hit really hard, but have high mobility. And hybrids are a mix of everything. Only assassins and these hybrids can deflect. That was a lot. Now there's more. Right now there's 36 characters in the game and they're all different. Let's go over them all. Woohoo! Warden, your average European crusader who loves the shoulder bash. Most people start with him and I agree, he's fairly straightforward, but he's quite hard to master. Low level wardens and high level wardens, there is a big difference. Conqueror, they have a big shield and the flail, and they love to hit you with the shield, and then the flail, over, and over, and over, and over, and Peacekeeper, you like Assassin's Creed? Yeah, you like Assassin's Creed. You make people bleed and are stronger against people who are bleeding. She's my favourite. Lawbringer, a very parry focused playstyle, or it would be if it wasn't better to shove light, shove light, shove light, shove. Centurion, yeah, Romans can be knights, I guess, sure. He's very aggressive with fast attacks, punches and kicks. He has a lot of charge attacks and he has the funny. Incredibilis! Gladiator, oh, another one. They're quite agile with a lot of mix-up potential. They love feet. Black Prior, oh, aren't you cool. The edgy one. They live in the shadows of their shields, since they'll always hide behind them. If you get attacked while your shield is down, you can flip people and hit them like really hard. They can flip anything. Anything! Warmonger, Warden but better. A hero whose feats revolve around disease released during COVID. Hilarious. Griffin, you'd think Lawbringer but better, but no, actually. Very mix-up heavy and has a lot of options to confuse your opponents. Tough at first, but you know what, not too bad. He's alright. Raider, big wide swings, big wide damage. They like to zone, Like a lot. Warlord. Some people say he's boring, but I actually really like him. He has a lot of hyper armor and loves to headbutt people. If you're brand new to the game, I'd say start with Warlord because he's extremely simple. Berserker. A living Beyblade. They're very fast, hit hard, and they have a lot of hyper armor. Valkyrie. Light, sweep, heavy, repeat. I know she has more. Highlander. A very complex hero. He has two modes, one being more defensive with hyper armor and big dodges, and the other one being more offensive with fast lights, unblockable heavies, kicks and grabs, but he doesn't have a guard. Shaman. You like blood? Want to eat people? Very bleed heavy and heals on hit on bleeding targets, and likes to eat people. Jormungandr. Big hammer. Big hit. Varangian Guard. The reason I started playing again. Super defensive and counter heavy playstyle, but unfortunately quite boring to play as and against. Yay. Kensei, one of the most balanced heroes, has a lot of options, but none of them feel like bullshit. Super versatile, and if Warlord doesn't appeal to you, I'd say Kensei. Shigoki, big guy, loves the hug, bonk. Orochi, a little fucking ADHD riddled rat. They overwhelm people with fast attacks, follow up with even more fast attacks. This is the weeb character. Nobushi, you like to bleed? You want to be an asshole? Shinobi, a super mobile ninja who kicks and dodges and slices and kicks and dodges and slices and Aramusha, a very spammy hero, has a lot of options when attacking and can mix up quite a lot. Either super easy to beat or super annoying to go against. Kyoshin, Orochi but cool. A very fast but defensive playstyle and one of the most interesting ones. Kyoshin and Orochi appeal to the same niche, but I feel like Kyoshin gets a bit more respect. Sohei, the most fun character in the game. He has 7 weapons, his main one and 6 on his back. Every time you land an attack with one on his back, it gets a soul. With all 6 souls, you consume them and then one-shot someone. Please buff his damage, he's so weak. Tiandi, dodge attack incarnate and very loud, but also quite fun. Zhang Jun, granddad with a spear, who's super mobile and has a choking kink. Nusha, peacekeeper but worse. She has a trap mechanic, but it has more counters than uses, so... Shaolin, fucking monkey. Sanhu, dodge attack incarnate, but again, unblockable light attacks. Pirate, they gave her a gun. Also, when I think pirate, I don't think the Chinese. What the fuck? Oh. Never mind. Medjai, similar to Highlander in how complex he is. He's super fun and can change playstyles on a whim, though I do find him a bit more boring. Afira, better shinobi. Ocelotl, a super cool Aztec warrior who incorporates bleed into his kit and is super cool Wait, what? Katoon, a very fast, deflect heavy hero who's actually pretty deep in terms of tech. She seemed boring to me at first, but over time, I find her quite interesting to play. Virtuosa. Do you like getting hit? Me neither. Okay. Is that everything? No. Just one thing left. Mental health. This game has a reputation for being toxic with the get good mentality worming its way into everyone's head. It can be rage inducing, so here are some tips. Tip 1, drop the ego. I'm bad, you're bad, get over it. Tip 2, are you being emoted on? Are you getting ganked like there's no tomorrow? Breathe. Tip 3, just fucking leave. Your sanity is worth more than the enemy team's ego boost. No, I'm not perfect. I'll leave a breach match if I know I won't have a good time. I still get annoyed at stuff like, why is Hitakiri in this game? Why can Shaolin feint all of his moves? Why the fuck doesn't Ocelotl have bleed in his kit? But despite all of its flaws, I love this game for what it truly is. A fun, somewhat balanced, unstable, fashionable, enjoyable game that we all love. Oh, fuck off, I parried that! Thanks for watching. This took a while. I have ideas for more stuff, so maybe I'll make them. Okay, bye.